Hi everybody, thanks so much for joining me for another video. In today's video I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about the Pocket Palette because I've been using it quite a bit and I wanted to give you a little bit more information, and I also wanted to show you something else that I purchased. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of history before I jump into the Pocket Palette. I actually, I don't know, probably a couple years ago had purchased a similar item thinking, and for some reason I thought I had purchased it from Maria, who created the Pocket Palette. After communicating with her, I realized this is probably not one of hers, but I still wanted a second one, and so I purchased this little silver Pocket Palette from her. I did a video, I don't know, a few videos back when I got it, and when I originally purchased it, it was one that was done in collaboration with the author of Draw Your Day, which is that book that I've talked to you guys about that I really love so much. And what she had done, the author, who is Samantha Dion Baker, she had picked out a palette of Daniel Smith watercolors that she liked to use, and that was included in the palette. And those colors are shown right here in this little card that came with it. So those are the colors that came with this silver palette, and I'll read them just really quickly because I know it's a little small. There's cadmium red scarlet, quinacridone magenta, cadmium yellow deep, cadmium yellow light, sap green, manganese, I can't say that one, sorry, manganese blue, cobalt blue, white gouache, iridescent gold, buff titanium, lunar black, transparent red oxide, sepia or sepia, depending on how you like to pronounce it, and indigo. Okay, so one more time. Those are the colors that came with it. They came in the little mini pans that you see here. And then I had also purchased some other mini pans, both the small ones and slightly larger ones that you see right here, from 31 Purple Fish. And I combined those in here to create kind of a larger selection of colors. And so what is currently in here are all of these colors right here, which I'm pretty sure I've showed you this before, but I wanted you guys to have a little bit of a reference, okay? So that's the most recent, or that's the Pocket Palette I bought first. Now, I honestly purchased this silver one because I wanted those colors with it. I thought it was just a really great collaboration, and because I loved the Draw Your Day book so much, I just really wanted to support not only Maria, who created the Pocket Palette, but the author of that book. So I really liked the collab. But in reality, what I really wanted was the palette, the Pocket Palette that I have in here, which I obviously went back and got, and is this very cool black one. Okay, which I love. They feel to me to be the same size. Let's see. Yeah, they look the same size. And I'm thinking that it just feels slightly different because the paint's in one. But anyway, here they are. The black one might be just slightly, is it smaller maybe? I don't know. I can't tell if it's just me or not, but they're pretty darn similar if they're not identical, okay? So I recently got this black one. That's what it comes with. There's where you can get them, and I will put the link down below to this. It comes with these empty metal tins. Now this one, just so you're aware, the one that is the collaboration with the author, also came with an additional mixing pan, this larger pan, and then one of these. So basically, if you picture it, the paints that it came with were up on top. And there's 2 rows here, and then it had that. I took these out in order to put in more colors. Hopefully that makes sense. So I have those extra things kind of over to the side, not right now being used. And then this one comes with all of these, okay? And there are 14 in here. So if you wanted to, you could have 14 of them that are this size, all right, which I'll show you a little bit more in just a minute. Now, I wanted a second one because I've also been getting some of these similar tins like this, watercolors by another maker that I really like, And I can't remember if I've talked to you about these paints before or not. Right now I'm housing them in this other one. And they're this set right here. Oops, stuck to that one, sorry. This set right here. Okay, these, basically those. And that is Redwood Willow. And I actually have more of these paints coming. She just recently switched over to these metal paint pans, and there were 4 or 5 more colors I wanted to pick up. So when I get all of them, I'll show you the whole thing, you know, with all the colors together and swatched out. But I basically want to put these paints in here and keep them separate because I had purchased a palette from her before that should be used or can be used to make a lot of portraits. It's great for mixing skin colors and things like that. And so I want to use those colors in here to kind of make a palette that is for portraits and seeing if I can do any kind of faces with them. And I think most of the colors I'll have in these little pans. So these are going to move into here. Now these right here are extras that I have from 31 Purple Fish. Okay, so I also wanted a place to keep these and some of the extra pans that I have here. So some of them are going to go in here, not all because I have too many, but I'll put some of the extra ones in here. So that is my plan currently for these. Now I also want to mention a couple other things. Let me just move this. So along with this black pocket palette, I also picked up from Maria a little set of the little mini tins, the ones that are this size. So if I want to fill some of them myself, because I do have, among other things, some Daniel Smith watercolors, I will now have the little mini pans to do that. Okay, and I don't remember how many are in here right now. Let me see, I think I have the receipt here, but I want to say that little package of those tins was $5, and I don't know how many are in there, it's not saying, but there's several in there. There's more than enough for me. So I'm going to potentially use this to change this up. I'm noticing as I use it, I don't have a really solid red, and so there's just a couple others that I might tweak. Anyways, this gives me the option to do that. One other thing I want to mention, before I had made the decision to purchase this one, I was looking for tins to go in that first one that I had that were white, like this, that would give me an option for another mixing pan. And I came across an Etsy seller whose card I have lost, but I will link down below, who sells these same similar pans, but they're kind of labeled as, I think she had them labeled as porcelain, but I think she means like coated. So I did get a set of these. I probably won't be using these right away, but I did like the idea of having the really true white mixing pans if I wanted more space than just the lid. So the one that came with the pocket palette has kind of a vinyl-y sticker base like the top of the lid does, right? And this one has more of a coating. So I will put a link down below to this too, in case you're curious. But I did want to give a shout out really on these pocket palettes primarily, because I think they're wonderful little things. You can take a ton of different colors with you. If you use this size palette, you're looking at 4 by 7, so 28 colors if you wanted to in here. So I think that's just a really great portable option. And I do want to highlight just a couple things. First off, they're very, very slender, even filled with paint. They're not super heavy. And the other thing that I really like, this, I believe she's upgraded the palette since when she first started it. You can hopefully see there's actually kind of an edge to it. So if you're mixing things up, it gives you a little bit more space because you don't have to worry about the paint running off the sides. Okay, let's see. So for example, on this one that is not hers, you can see there's no side, no edge. So I have to be very careful when I was using this to make sure the paint didn't run off. Hopefully that makes sense. So all of that rambling being said, I cannot say enough about these pocket palettes. I think these are wonderful options, especially if you're someone that wants to take watercolor with you and wants to have a lot of options. I mean, you could just get 2 or 3 of these and this would still be well under the size of kind of the average palette size, which, you know, if you envision like the Prima watercolor size or even the Jane Davenport, these little things will carry more color options and last for quite a while. I've been using this one consistently for days, and you can see that I have tons and tons of paint left. So it's a super great option. I can't say enough about it. I didn't get these for free. I didn't get a discount. This is not sponsored. I just really like this product. And if you're looking for something portable like this, I would think this would be a great option for you. I also know that Bree, who has documented Journey, has done a video or 2 about the pocket palette. So I'll try and find those and link them down below so you get somebody else's perspective on these. I do just want to mention this is a field note size Sojourner. It's got the little pocket on the front, and I just want to show you guys. This is a pretty snug pocket right now because I haven't really been using it yet, but this easily slides in there, right? And you could fit also, if you didn't want to carry a whole bunch, you could fit a travel brush on the side, like, for example, this one. And again, this isn't very stretched out. Let me try this side instead. There you go. And you'd have virtually everything you needed outside of water. So it's just, like I said, I'm just really, really impressed with the palette. I like the quality of it. I like the size of it. I think it's something that people who are travel artists who like to use watercolor should consider using. Again, I will put links down below to the pocket palette, which is designed by Maria, who has the Art Toolkit website, and that's another, created the Art Toolkit and then is under this particular name down here. I'll put all of the links down below for that. I will try and find the link for those porcelain coated pans if you're interested, and I will also put the link down below to 31 Purple Fish. And hopefully that's everything I've referenced in the video. Definitely check out the pocket palette and let me know if you have any questions or there's anything else that you want to know that I didn't cover. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. Bye, everybody.